What is up, guys? Anthony here, back with another Destiny Child video here on the channel. And in today's video, everyone, we are going to be overviewing the update note for the January 13th 2022 update for Destiny Child Global, of course. Now, this is the first update of the year, being the upcoming Ragna Break, being, of course, the Ragna Break Season 23 Wounded Winter Part 1. So I'm very excited for this one, and let's get started here. So first up, we do have the summary tab. I'll be diving into the summary tab, and then, of course, only analyzing the most important portions of this post here, as we don't want the video to go too long. So if you guys would like to check out the update note in a whole, I'll be sure to have it linked in the description box below as always. So first up here, we do have the summary. First up, Ragna Break Season 23 Wounded Winter Parts 1 and Ragna Burst, of course. Second here, Hecate's Library. Third, new units. Fourth, new costume. Fifth, new Soul Cartas. Sixth, the new items. 7, mission pass. 8, devil pass. 9, summons. 10, the shop. 11, events, and the 12, the miscellaneous tab here. So let's get started here with the Ragna Break Season 23 Wounded Winter Part 1. The period will begin after January 13th maintenance, of course, and last up until January 27th until maintenance. Now, we do have the Slayers period as well, opening 2 days after the maintenance and lasting until the January 27th maintenance as well. Next up, we do have the Ragna Burst. Of course, a new Ragna season does mean a new season as well of Ragna Burst. So we do have the Burst here, which will begin after maintenance and last up until the January 27th maintenance. Next up here, everyone, we do have the new units. First up, we do have 5-star Devouring Caduceus, the fire type attacker. There she is showcased on screen in her Before Awakening costume. Next up here, we do have Caduceus in her After Awakening costume as well. Now here, everyone, we do have the skills for Caduceus at rank 7, level 10 out of 10. So we'll overview these and, of course, check out these skills when being fully ignited. Now we do have here the tap skill, the one Reborn. Deal 3063 damage to one enemy. Priority wood type, a 90.1% chance to ignore reflect for self for 15 seconds long. So the same tap skill as she does have on the Japanese version. As for the slide skill here, we do have Ecstasy Chaos, deal 4660 damage to 3 enemies. Priority debuffed. 3003 fixed damage if debuffed, and inflict debuff blast. First debuff is removed, then damage is done in relation to the type of debuff times 704 damage. So a pretty nice slide skill here. I do like a bit, as of course she does help a ton if you do have a significant amount of debuffers on your roster, which is why in the preview video I did suggest to run her in Endless, as of course the 5-star version of Endless is pretty debuffer heavy, so Caduceus may be a decent attacker for the Endless side of the game. We also do have here a decent unit for the Devil Rumble side of the game. If you guys would like to run her, she does want to be surrounded with the debuffer units, so of course she'll excel very well alongside those units, as of course the slide skill here is based on the amounts of debuffs the enemy does have. For the drive skill here, we do have Ducks in Furrows, deal 8628 damage to 4 random enemies, 1500 fixed damage to 2 enemies, and she does prioritize the lowest HP, which is always nice on the attacker unit. As for the leader buff here, slide skill final damage plus 18% for fire type allies. Next up here, everyone, we do have the ignited skill set, so let's check out the differences here. It does seem to be a difference on the tab skill here, as she does provide the ignore reflect for self for 2 turns here on the tap now, so a decent change to the tap skill. As for the slide skill here, she does increase the amount of damage per debuff times 904, so a pretty decent slide skill here, and she does deal this damage to 4 enemies now on the slide skill. As for the drive skill, it does increase quite a bit in damage, and she does have the 1500 fixed damage here as well. As for the leader buff, no changes here when being ignited, but overall I would say a decent unit. Probably rates her around a 7 or 8 for the Devil Rumble side of the game. As for Endless, she could probably excel very well there. As I did mention, we do have a heavy debuffer meta in the Endless side of the game, so Caduceus would be a nice attacker to toss into the mix. Next up here, everyone, we do have the 5-star water type supporter in the Magnificent Arhat. So there she is in her Before Awakening costume on screen. And next up here, we do have Arhat in her After Awakening costume as well. As for the skill set here of Magnificent Arhat, we do have her rank 7, level 10 out of 10 skills here. For the tap skill here, Ignorance, deal 2,555 damage to a target, and skill gauge charge speed plus 60.4% for 16 seconds for 2 allies, prioritizing the attacker units. So a very nice tap skill here. I do love it, as of course she can flex very well to the world boss side of the game with this tap skill. Moving on to the slide skill, we do have here deal 4,024 damage, skill final blow plus 100% for 3 water type allies, highest attack for 16 seconds, in raids 90.1% chance to grant support, weak point skill damage plus 15%, attack increase in proportion to the current number of buffs. So a very amazing slide skill here, which does make her a top tier raid supporter for those fire Ragna breaks. Of course, pretty self-explanatory here. She does increase the skill final blow by plus 100%, so she isn't tied to a slide or tap unit. She can be used with any attacker unit, so a very nice supporter unit here. And she does have the support here, which does increase weak point skill damage plus 15% and attack increase in proportion to the current number of buffs on your attacker. As for the drive skill here, deal 6,887 damage to 3 random enemies, drive gauge plus 150 for up to 5 water type allies. So this could be a decent drive skill in the Ragna Break side of the game, and of course in World Boss as well, as she does increase the drive gauge for 5 water type allies. So a decent one here. We could probably see it in rotation, as of course Ragna Break is all about speed, so I wouldn't be surprised if this drive skill is being suggested to run. As for the leader buff here, we do have skill gauge charge amount plus 18% for water type allies, and in raids plus 20% added. So without a doubt, you'll run this Arhat leader skill. Overall, a very amazing water type supporter unit for the raid side of the game, and she can flex very well to the world boss. As for the differences here in her ignition, we do have the tap skill here scaling to plus 75.4% for 2 turns for 2 allies, so a significant change here in the tap skill. As for the slide skill, it does increase quite a bit, a plus 25% increase here on the slide skill, and she does apply it to 3 water type allies, the highest attack for 2 turns, and in raids a 95.1% chance now to grant support here on the slide skill upon being fully ignited. Now for the drive skill here, it does increase significantly here, as it does add here the 5 water type allies and skill gauge charge amount plus 80% for 3 supporter allies for 3 turns. So a significant buff here on the drive skill. Could honestly see this ran a ton, as she does seem to have a decent increase in power due to the ignition process here on the drive skill, as well as the slide skill here gaining 25% increase in damage, and of course the charge speed increase here on the tap skill. So overall, a very amazing supporter unit. She does seem to be a pretty worthwhile investment if you guys would like to invest into Arhat. Overall, a complete support here, and does have tons of speed in her kit, as well as the damage increase here on the slide. So she does seem to be a staple support for the raid and world boss side of the game. Next up here, everyone, we do have the new costumes being added with the upcoming maintenance. Now we do have quite a few here. First up here, we do have weaponized Caduceus here, the 5-star costume for Caduceus. So there she is in the costume, of course, looking amazing. I do love this costume a ton. Next up here, we do have the 5-star costume for Arhat here, and there she is on screen. You could obtain this costume from the platinum chest, as well as the Wounded Winter skin select box. Now before we do move on to the next costume here, we do actually have the Caduceus costume being exclusive to the Ragna Burst. So it is a Ragna Burst exclusive reward. So just something to put more of an emphasis here on the Ragna Burst side of the game. So if you guys do participate and do well for Ragna Burst, we do have a new exclusive costume. But if it's too difficult, we also do have the costume being added to the costume shop after the January 27th update. Next up here, everyone, we do have a new costume for Neardy, the 5-star water type supporter. Next up here, everyone, we do have an additional costume here for Arhat here. This can be pulled from the platinum chest as well, and can be selected from the skin select box. Of course, this costume will be added to the costume shop after the upcoming update, as well. Next up here, everyone, we do have the hot spring costumes. First up here, we do have the live 2D animation for Devouring Caduceus here first shown up. Next up, below Caduceus, we do have the hot spring costume for Magnificent Arhat here in live 2D as well. Next, everyone, we do have the new Soul Cartas arriving with the upcoming maintenance. First up, we do have the 5-star Soul Carta here being Our Own World, featuring Arhat here on the Soul Carta art. As for the option here for this Carta, we do have the level 1 Prism being stats, HP, and attack, 1296 HP, as well as 753 attack. For the option here, water type exclusive, increased debuff evasion by 15% when equipped during a raid. So a decent Carta here to help the debuff evasion for your units. Next up here, everyone, we do have 5-star Miriam's Memories. And for the level 1 Prism Carta here, we do have the stats, HP, and agility, 1296 HP, as well as 424 agility. As for the option here, increased time-based debuff accuracy by 16%. So a pretty good Carta here. I do like this one a ton for the debuffer units, of course. So very nice here that it is being introduced. Next up here, everyone, we do have the upcoming summons. So we'll overview the most important ones here. First up here, we do have the summon featuring the Magnificent Arhat, of course at a 1% rate, and all other 5-star childs at a 2% rate. Of course, we do have the guaranteed upon summonings for Magnificent Arhat here as well. So upon summoning a 5-star child, you will be guaranteed the new Arhat. And we do have 2 significant summons here, being the Ragna Break summons here. First up, we do have a pickup summon featuring 5-star Exorcist Vairupa, 5-star School Swimsuit Davi, 5-star Tundra Guillotine, as well as 5-star Glorious Myrina. And for the second summon here, we do have 5-star Nearty, 5-star Kind Leo, Cute Euros, and Spring Bess. And next up here, we do have a significant Soul Carta summon, which does feature the 5-star Welcome Soul Carta, as well as the 5-star Showtime Soul Carta, and the 5-star Little Succubus Snack Time Soul Carta here. So a pretty good one, as we do have the Showtime Soul Carta being featured. And something new here towards the end, the Fire type Crystal summon, 5-star Fire type child guaranteed upon summoning a 5-star unit. So that'll pretty much do it for the Destiny Child update of January 13th, 2022. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you guys are most excited for with the upcoming raid event. Overall, I'm most excited for the Arhat, as she does seem to be a pretty complete support and overall a very nice one for the world boss side of the game. I'm also excited for the costumes, as we do have a ton, including the exclusive Ragna Burst costume here arriving soon. But before you go, everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy today's Destiny Child video. And of course, if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying the Destiny Child content, and of course would like to stay notified for more videos. And if you guys would like to go above and beyond, make sure to check out the memberships in the description box below, as well as in the join button down below of this video if you guys would like to join the membership side of the channel. Of course, we do have exclusive emotes, exclusive videos, etc. But with all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.